Haruto is a shut-in who prefers staying in his dark room because he is constantly bullied. Eventually, he stops making any plans for his future and just gives up on life. One day, his phone suddenly starts glowing. A beautiful goddess appears before him and greets him. She tells him he has been selected for reincarnation, which means he must have died alone in that gloomy room. The goddess offers him incredibly powerful magic in his next life and tells him to live his new life to the fullest. Haruto agrees, but in his mind, living life to the fullest simply means watching anime and playing games all day. He knows he's lazy and unmotivated, and honestly, he doesn't mind. All he wants is a peaceful, lazy fantasy life. Well, we'll see how that works out. Haruto is reborn as a baby. He is born to the king and queen of a powerful kingdom, even bearing a royal insignia on his left chest. The king and queen are overjoyed to have such a healthy son. Next comes the magic assessment. Since Haruto's father is the king and his mother is a legendary hero who once defeated a demon king, they expect his magic level to be extremely high, maybe around level 40 or 50. But when the results come in, his level appears to be only 2. That's it. He shows no elemental magic and can supposedly only use basic warrior-type magic. The king and queen are completely horrified. Their first reaction is to secretly announce that their son has died. Haruto is shocked by this extreme reaction. Welcome to your fantasy world, kid. Meanwhile, the goddess is panicking in the heavens. The problem is that this world can only measure magic levels up to 2 digits. She accidentally set Haruto's level to 1002, which is why the measurement only showed the last digit, 2. Back on Earth, Haruto has been abandoned in a forest with no way out. Even though he has the mind of an adult, his baby body is too weak to even free himself from his blanket. So he decides to try using barrier magic, which is supposedly his only talent. To his surprise, it feels incredibly easy. Because of his hidden high level, he can freely shape the barriers, change their colors, and manipulate them in complex ways. He just doesn't realize how powerful he actually is. He creates a cube-shaped barrier around himself and makes it float to stay safe. Haruto hopes nothing dangerous will find him. Unfortunately, a giant wolf suddenly appears and attacks him. Thankfully, his barrier is far too strong to break. Haruto creates multiple cubes and throws them at the wolf, but they don't do much damage. So he changes tactics. He uses his barriers to uproot nearby trees and slam them onto the wolf. The wolf still gets back up. In desperation, Haruto lifts a massive portion of the surrounding forest ecosystem and brings it crashing down. At that point, the wolf finally surrenders. Then something unexpected happens. The wolf speaks, and from the voice, it turns out to be a woman. She tries talking to Haruto, but he can't respond since he's still a baby. So he creates a special barrier device that converts his thoughts into sound and places it near his throat. Now he can communicate. The wolf is shocked. She says she can sense an overwhelming amount of mana inside him, far beyond normal humans. She asks if he might be the reincarnation of a demon lord. Haruto has no intention of explaining that he used to be a bullied shut-in in his past life. So instead, he simply says, "Yes, I am the demon lord." The wolf is stunned and says he can kill her if he wants. But Haruto thinks that would be excessive and spares her. The wolf is deeply moved by what she sees as the demon lord's mercy and pledges her loyalty to him. She explains she belongs to a powerful species called the Flame Fenris. Haruto gives her a new name, Flay. But suddenly Haruto collapses. He's facing a serious problem that even barrier magic can't fix. He's hungry. He's literally a one-day-old baby who needs milk. He explains the situation as best he can. Flay becomes very concerned. She transforms into a human form, which surprises Haruto, and he quickly asks her to wear something. Using barrier magic, he creates a stretchable outfit to cover her. Flay feels bad because she cannot produce milk herself. She awkwardly tries to suggest ways she could help, but Haruto quickly shuts down the conversation, embarrassed and confused. Flay apologizes for getting carried away. Suddenly, They hear someone approaching. Haruto quickly creates two small cubes that allow them to communicate silently through thoughts. A large, muscular warrior wearing full armor, except for his helmet, approaches them. He says he came looking for the abandoned baby. Flay refuses to hand Haruto over since she has sworn loyalty to him. The man explains he is a distant relative of the baby and came to rescue him. He also brought milk to feed him. Haruto happily tells Flay to accept it. Flay hesitates at first, feeling frustrated that she couldn't help him herself, but after hearing the man's story, her attitude changes. The man reveals his own child died shortly after birth. He says he knows Haruto was abandoned because of his low mana level, but he doesn't care. He believes every child deserves a chance to live. Flay is deeply moved and begins to cry. The man then offers to let Flay stay as an attendant so she can continue watching over Haruto. To protect the child's identity, the man destroys Haruto's abandoned basket and stains the area with animal blood to make it look like the baby was killed. 9 years later, Haruto has grown up under the care of this man and his family. The man is a noble known as Margrave, the lord of his own territory with a large castle. Originally, Haruto planned to leave once he no longer needed care, but the kindness of the family made him stay. However, Margrave's daughter Charlotte seems distant toward him, even though she clearly likes Flay. One day, Charlotte asks Flay to play with her. Flay refuses, saying she only serves Haruto. Haruto tells Flay she should spend time with Charlotte too. The two girls play in the garden, and Charlotte looks genuinely happy. Charlotte's mother later tells Haruto not to take Charlotte's behavior personally. She suggests Charlotte might just be shy around boys her age. She advises him that being a good brother figure might help. Haruto doesn't know what to do. Social interaction has never been his strength. He even considers leaving, but he knows Flay would follow him, and that might only hurt Charlotte more. For 9 years, he has secretly been working on a plan to leave without making anyone sad. He has been trying to perfect barrier magic to create a clone of himself that looks and feels real. So far, he can't make it move or speak. Then he realizes that if he wants to disappear without hurting anyone, he might also need to create a clone of Flay. Later, Margrave calls Haruto for his first sword training session. Since Haruto supposedly has low mana, Margrave believes he must develop physical skills. Haruto tries to avoid the training by saying he is studying ancient magic instead. Margrave is impressed by his initiative, but still insists he must learn swordsmanship. Margrave is a legendary warrior known as the Earth-Shattering Warhammer. During training, Haruto secretly surrounds himself with barriers and uses them to launch himself forward for attacks. Margrave dodges, but Haruto accidentally creates a massive crater in the ground, shocking him. Margrave counterattacks, but Haruto uses barriers to leap high into the air and dodge again. Margrave is astonished. Moves like this should be impossible for someone below level 30. Haruto is also surprised by his own abilities. Remember, Haruto himself does not know his real level is 1002. He even made a special crystal that could measure up to 3 digits, but it still only showed 002. The highest recorded level in history was only 77, so Haruto is certain he couldn't possibly be stronger than that. If only he knew. Margrave suspects Haruto may have some kind of hidden talent, but for now he just encourages him to keep training. Charlotte secretly watches the entire training session. That night, Margrave tells his wife he suspects Haruto might be connected to demons based on old royal records. There were rare cases of humans developing unusual traits after contact with demons. Also, no one truly understands the meaning of the royal insignia Haruto bears. And Flay, who is clearly not human, is always by his side. Margrave's wife refuses to believe it. She insists Haruto is just a normal boy. Margrave agrees on one thing: no matter what Haruto might be, he promises to raise him as a happy child. Charlotte was supposed to be asleep nearby, but she overhears everything. She also refuses to believe Haruto could be anything bad. After that, she quietly goes back to sleep. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to support the channel. Thank you for watching.